Imagine this. You've built a fortune, created the perfect life, and then, poof, it's gone. Not because of some catastrophic event, but because of silent, sneaky mistakes buried in your money system. Even millionaires fall victim to these traps. But here's the game changer. You don't have to. Whether you're saving your first $1,000 or managing six-figure investments, the difference between financial success and ruin often lies in what you avoid doing, not just what you do. Today, I'm revealing the 7 mistakes that destroy money systems and how to avoid them, so you can bulletproof your wealth and make money work for you, not against you. And trust me, some of these might surprise you. Let me take you back to the story of Mike Tyson. Yes, the heavyweight boxing legend. Over his career, Tyson earned over $400 million, but by 2003, he filed for bankruptcy, drowning in $23 million of debt. Lavish spending? Yes. Bad financial advice? Absolutely. But the real killer? Ignoring foundational money systems. Tyson's downfall wasn't because he didn't make enough money, it was because he didn't manage it wisely. His story is a harsh reminder. No amount of income can outpace bad financial decisions. Mike Tyson's fall isn't just a celebrity headline, it's a financial cautionary tale. You might not be landing million-dollar boxing deals, but the core lesson holds true. Financial freedom isn't about how much you make. It's about how much you keep and how well you manage it. If you're serious about building long-lasting wealth and dodging common financial pitfalls, hit that subscribe button. Let's get started. Let's kick things off with the first mistake: building wealth on one weak foundation. Imagine constructing a skyscraper on a single shaky pillar. It might stand tall for a while, but one strong gust and it crumbles. That's what happens when you rely on just one income stream. It's fragile. One job loss, one economic downturn, and suddenly, the whole structure collapses. In the 2008 financial crisis, millions learned this the hard way. People who had stable jobs saw their entire financial system collapse overnight because they didn't have alternative sources of income. And it's not just about job loss. Think about how industries evolve. Technology advances, consumer preferences shift, and entire markets can become obsolete almost overnight. Having just one income stream is like navigating a stormy sea with only one sail. When it tears, you're stuck adrift. The modern economy rewards adaptability, and that means having multiple sources of income. So how can you safeguard your financial future? Start by identifying skills or hobbies that could become side hustles. Consider investments in stocks, real estate, or even digital assets that generate passive income. Think about royalties, affiliate marketing, or creating a product that sells itself. The key here is to create income layers. Wealthy individuals rarely rely on just one source. Instead, they weave together various income streams that create a safety net. When one fails, others keep the system afloat. And here is something to think about. What's your backup plan if your main income disappears tomorrow? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to learn how you're future-proofing your finances. All right, let's dive into the next major pitfall that silently wrecks money systems. Cash flow, the lifeline of your finances. Cash flow isn't just important, it's the heartbeat of your entire financial system. Without it, everything else flatlines. Owning assets is great, but if they don't bring in steady cash, you're one bad month away from disaster. Think of it like this: owning a yacht but not having enough to fuel it. Looks great docked at the pier, but it's going nowhere. Remember, revenue is vanity, profit is sanity. But cash flow is reality. Sears is a cautionary tale here. Once a titan of American retail, Sears thrived for decades, offering everything from appliances to insurance. But as consumer habits evolved and e-commerce giants like Amazon entered the scene, Sears clung to outdated business models. They failed to adapt their revenue streams and ignored the shift towards digital retail. Cash flow dwindled, stores closed, and the company eventually filed for bankruptcy. Meanwhile, competitors who embraced e-commerce and diversified income streams soared, leaving Sears behind. But here's the thing. Cash flow isn't just about businesses. It's about your personal finances, too. Imagine earning 6 figures but spending it all before the next paycheck. Without positive cash flow, you're living on the edge. To secure your financial system, focus on assets that generate steady income. Dividend stocks, rental properties, and even peer-to-peer lending platforms can create continuous streams of cash. Monitor your monthly income versus expenses. Where is your money going? Are there leaks in your financial system, subscriptions you no longer use, or unnecessary luxury purchases? The takeaway? Automate your cash flow tracking. Use budgeting apps that alert you when you're overspending or when an expense spikes unexpectedly. This allows you to make quick adjustments and keep your financial system healthy. Think about this. How often do you actually sit down and review your cash flow? Monthly? Yearly? Or is it more of a set-it-and-forget-it approach? Moving forward, let's talk about the safety net most people overlook, the emergency fund. Life loves curveballs. Whether it's a car breakdown, medical bill, or, a global pandemic, unexpected expenses can wipe out savings in an instant. Instead of viewing an emergency fund as dead money sitting idle, think of it as your personal insurance policy. This isn't about investing for high returns. It's about having instant access to funds when you need them most. To create an effective emergency fund, focus on building a cushion that covers essential expenses like rent, groceries, and utilities for at least 6 to 12 months. Keep it liquid, but separate from your daily spending. High-yield savings accounts or money market funds work perfectly. They offer some interest while keeping your money accessible. If you're starting from scratch, begin small. Set aside a fixed amount from each paycheck, even if it's just a tiny fraction. Over time, those small contributions snowball into a robust safety net. An often overlooked strategy is using windfall moments to boost your emergency fund. Got a tax refund? A work bonus? Instead of splurging, consider funneling a portion directly into your savings. It's a painless way to accelerate your progress. Also, review your emergency fund annually. Life changes, new family members, new jobs, or higher living costs can shift your financial needs. Make sure your fund keeps pace with your lifestyle. Finally, remember that an emergency fund isn't just for catastrophic events. It can also cover unexpected opportunities. Think last-minute travel or spontaneous investment chances, without derailing your long-term financial goals. Let's switch gears and talk about one of the biggest pitfalls that destroy any money system, and that is chasing fast money. There's something seductive about the promise of fast money. Get-rich-quick schemes have been around forever, from shady investments to crypto scams. But here's the irony. While we all know they're traps, millions still fall for them. The dream of instant wealth clouds judgment. Investors jump into risky ventures without doing proper research, all for the chance of a quick payout. It's like playing financial roulette. Sure, you might win big once, but more often than not, you'll end up empty-handed. One of the key red flags is the promise of guaranteed high returns with minimal effort. In the real world, there's no such thing as a risk-free jackpot. The greater the potential reward, the higher the risk, and scammers know exactly how to exploit that temptation. To avoid falling into this trap, shift your mindset from quick gains to consistent growth. Focus on tried-and-true investment strategies that offer sustainable returns over time. Patience is your secret weapon in building lasting wealth. Here's a tip. Whenever you're tempted by a too good to be true offer, take a 48-hour pause. Step back, research the opportunity, and consult with someone financially savvy. That cooling off period can often be the difference between a smart move and a costly mistake. And if you ever find yourself tempted by a high-risk, high-reward opportunity, ask yourself, is this a calculated risk, or am I just chasing fast money? Let's dive into the next topic, taxes, the silent wealth killer. Here's a cruel irony. People will obsess over making money, but ignore the silent wealth killer, taxes. And guess what? The government loves that. Wesley Snipes learned this the hard way. A $23 million tax debt landed him in prison, not because he didn't have the money, but because he didn't play by the rules. Let me introduce this from an unconventional angle. While some argue taxes are unavoidable, many financial strategists believe that tax planning is the single biggest wealth-building tool. Think about it. Every dollar saved in taxes is a dollar earned. To outsmart the taxman, start by understanding that taxes aren't just a once-a-year event, they're a year-round strategy. Keeping detailed financial records, tracking deductible expenses, and planning major financial decisions around tax seasons can significantly lower your liabilities. Another key tactic is using tax-advantaged accounts. Whether it's a 401k, IRA, or health savings account, HSA, these tools allow you to grow wealth while minimizing tax burdens. And don't overlook the power of charitable donations. Not only do they support causes you care about, but they can also provide meaningful tax deductions. Real estate investors often use depreciation to reduce taxable income, even when their properties are generating positive cash flow. Business owners, too, can benefit from deductions on operational costs, from office supplies to travel expenses. The ultimate takeaway? Don't go it alone. A seasoned tax advisor can help you uncover hidden deductions and optimize your overall strategy, ensuring you keep more of what you earn. Ever been hit with an unexpected tax bill? Or found a clever tax-saving strategy? Share your experience in the comments. All right, let's talk about one of the most underrated wealth-building habits, reinvesting. Albert Einstein once called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. And he wasn't kidding. Reinvesting profits might sound boring, but it's the secret sauce of wealth. Think of it like planting a single tree that eventually grows into a sprawling forest. But here's the twist. Most people stop reinvesting once they hit a comfortable number. The wealthy, they never stop. Here is an uncommon insight. Research from the National Bureau of Economic Research found that long-term wealth holders, those who sustain wealth for generations, reinvest significantly more than short-term earners. To fully harness the power of reinvesting, focus on building a snowball effect. When dividends, interest, or rental income roll in, put that money back to work. Over time, this creates exponential growth, turning modest investments into substantial wealth. Another often overlooked strategy is dollar-cost averaging, consistently reinvesting at regular intervals, regardless of market fluctuations. This approach reduces the emotional roller coaster of investing and often results in better long-term returns. Also, think beyond stocks. Real estate, mutual funds, and even certain types of bonds offer reinvestment opportunities that can accelerate wealth accumulation. And here's something crucial. Reinvesting isn't just for the stock market. Consider reinvesting profits back into your business, upgrading skills, or expanding operations. These forms of reinvestment can pay dividends far beyond traditional assets. The bottom line? Reinvesting turns passive gains into active growth. It's not about the size of your initial investment. It's about how many times that money can multiply. What's your favorite reinvestment strategy? Stocks, real estate, or something else entirely? Let's talk about it in the comments. Finally, let's talk about one of the most dangerous financial mistakes: letting emotions drive your decisions. Markets rise, markets fall, but human emotion, that's the real roller coaster. Fear and greed have led to some of the worst financial disasters in history. Take the GameStop frenzy. Millions jumped in driven by FOMO, fear of missing out, but only a handful walked away richer. Most were left holding worthless shares. Investing without emotional control is like sailing a ship without a compass. When storms hit, panic takes over, and you're left steering blindly. So, how do you avoid this trap? Set clear investing rules and stick to them, especially when markets get volatile. Having a solid plan keeps you grounded when emotions start to creep in. Recognize emotional triggers. Are you the type to panic sell during a market dip? Or maybe you get swept up in the hype of trending stocks. Self-awareness is key to managing these impulses. Another strategy is to use automation. Setting up automatic investments removes the emotional component and ensures you stick to your long-term plan, rain or shine. It's also essential to build a diversified portfolio. When your investments are spread across different asset classes, you're less likely to panic over fluctuations in any single one. And here's a perspective shift. Market downturns aren't disasters, they're opportunities. Some of the greatest fortunes were built by investors who bought during downturns, not bull markets. Understanding behavioral finance can also give you an edge. The field studies how psychological influences affect financial decisions and can help you spot when you're about to make a decision based on emotion rather than logic. The takeaway? The most successful investors aren't necessarily the smartest, they're the most disciplined. And there you have it. 7 mistakes that destroy money systems and practical tips on how to avoid them. Let's do a quick recap of what we covered today. First, we talked about the danger of relying on a single income stream. When your entire financial house rests on just one pillar, one small shakeup can bring it all crashing down. Diversification isn't just for investments, it's for your income sources too. Next, we tackled the importance of cash flow, the lifeline of your finances. Without consistent cash flow, even the wealthiest can find themselves strapped for cash. It's the oxygen your financial system needs to survive and thrive. Then, we dove into the often ignored emergency fund. This is your financial safety net, there to catch you when life throws the unexpected your way. Having liquid, accessible cash for emergencies is essential to keeping your wealth intact. We also examined the seductive trap of fast money. While the lure of overnight riches is tempting, it often leads to poor decisions and financial loss. Sustainable wealth comes from patience, strategy, and playing the long game. After that, we uncovered how taxes can silently drain your wealth if left unchecked. Tax planning isn't just for the ultra-wealthy. It's a tool everyone should use to keep more of what they earn. We also explored the immense power of reinvesting. It's not just about earning money, it's about making that money work for you, again and again through compounding growth. Finally, we talked about the role of emotions in financial decision-making. Fear and greed are 2 of the most destructive forces in personal finance. Mastering your emotions and making data-driven decisions can be the difference between success and failure. By now, you've got a roadmap to sidestep these pitfalls and fortify your financial system. Remember, wealth isn't just about making money. It's about managing it wisely. If this video helped you spot a mistake you might be making, or avoid one you didn't even realize, if you found this video valuable, I highly recommend watching my next video, which is the perfect complement to this one. Don't hesitate to share this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments section. Until next time, stay smart, stay focused, and remember, your wealth is in your hands. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.